Black love has been multi-defined in our community for the last 5 to 15 years. Don't nobody know what it is. It's almost like don't nobody know what it really is. But what the definition has been for the majority of it is that just two black people loving each other, being in a relationship, being married, being in love, having the presentation of a healthy relationship is black love. When in actuality, I agree with this right here. It goes back to people knowing what they want. It's not just about black love. Do they know what love is? Period. We don't. You know how we know? You know how I know we don't know? The way we treat each other. Lets me know that we don't know what love is.
I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Too true for the flex, baby, don't cap to me. Drop 50, bring 150 right back to me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Look, pop a don't preach, teachers don't teach. Gon' reach, that's facts. I ain't worried about none of that. I'm making that cash day. Bunch of O's like NASCAR, but it's really more like NASDAQ. Why they thinking that they hot when they really more like Coda on me like a referee. Hating what they'll never be. Small top with a big bottom, yeah, shorty shape like a letter D. Let her have it, then I let her be. If you love it, gotta let it grow. Crazy cause you really never know. When I'm hurting, never let it show. I'm a two-tone, two-phone, two-chain, new thing, lame whip, but you a broke. Low class, no cash, certified lame. I'm getting to it like I ought to. Couldn't pick, so I bought two. Understand why your chick came, I'm just trying to figure why she brought you. I'm really reppin' and I'm flexed up, and I ain't gotta tell them I'm next up. Sleep on the they rest up, but I'm up and I'm getting my checks up. Me and the fellas be high as propellers, ain't could tell us we great. Looking at like, how do you figure unless you could talk about 8 figures? I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Too true for the flex, baby, don't cap to me. Drop 50, bring 150 right back to me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be.
Look. They talking like they don't know a king when they see one. See him in person, he take it back like a refund. Ballin' with my brothers, all my playin' D1. Daily checkin' chicken, he gon' spin it watchin' reruns. Say they real, but they clones of me. How my cousin in the pen with more phones than me. I got daily correspondence, we tapping in with the Goonies. Tatted tagging my body, they tagging me like they knew me. They actually living goofy, I'm tagging the flicking flexing the muscle like penitentiary Gucci. Been addicted to Stussy and hitting like roofies. I ain't tripping off you cause I been tripping off Lucy. I'm lucid dreaming and scheming, I'm manifesting a movie. Manuscripting a million, I thought that you knew me. Focusing on the Fetty, the longevity, lifestyle. Build a future me, what I'm usually doing right now. Smoking with my shawty, we plotting another 100 grand. Hear them talk a lot, but they knowin' who got the upper hand. Ride about my sister, I'm dying about my brother, man. Leaning out the window, we got him doing the running man. Smoking with my shawty, we plotting another 100 grand. Hear them talk a lot, but they knowin' who got the upper hand. Slide by my sister, I'm dying about my brother, man. Currency from Europe, my energy from the motherland. Tweet a lot, we never seen him in the city though. Taking rent money out to flash it in the video. Staring at the real when they know it hurt, man. Coop clean, Glock 30, dirty as your work hands. I just got a pallet of product, I'm about to flip it. I don't really got all the minutes for me to kick it. Bought my chick a LLC, we bout to scale it. Partner say he growing some, I told him mail it. Coolin' with my Mexicana mama by the ocean. Only problem that we got is running out of lotion. Getting to the chicken, let a black man live. I got more rolls on me than a fat man ribs. Never met a single that'll make me feel fear. They be throwing salt in the game, we still here. We don't hear the that he saying, he think it means something. All the players ballin', we blue chippin', we green thumbin'. Smoking with my shawty, we plotting another 100 grand. Hear them talk a lot, but they knowin' who got the upper hand. Ride about my sister, I'm dying about my brother, man. Leaning out the window, we got him doing the running man.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Mailroom Show. Yo, it's my job to introduce you to real quick. We got Rollo. Till he get here, we got JB the Gent. What's up? I'm your host, your chef, co-host, whatever on the panel. Hey, Biz in this book. Let's go. Hey. What up, what up, what up? Your boy Tay Biz in the building. Your boy Rollo the Don is in the building.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
What up, what up, man? Listen, we are here. We are back for another episode of the Mailroom Show. Yo, man, let's get down the list real quick. We got a lot of people in the building.
What we got in the building, man?
We got Codus the Go saying what's crack-a-lacking, what's crack-a-lacking. Shamika Price.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Shamika Price. She's saying happy Sunday, everyone.
Happy Sunday.
Always a pleasure, my brothers. Codus the Go.
Appreciate
Sabrina
you,
LaShawn.
Codus the Go. Sabrina LaShawn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sabrina in the building. Look, Chantrice in the building.
Chantrice is in the building. What up,
for sure. Hey, Sabrina said, look here, don't forget to like the button. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the subscribe button.
All the buttons. Just every last button. Just hit them all the buttons.
What's up, Susanna? What's up? What up? What up, though? Definitely appreciate you being in the building for the one time.
Welcome, Susanna. Welcome.
For sure. All right, hold on. She said something else too, dog. She said mega love. Shout out. We appreciate you, Susanna, for sure.
Man, we love
mega love to you for sure as well. Look, we are in the building. The Trinity is in the building. What's up, dude? JB the Jet in the building.
JB the Jet.
What up, though? So we are going to go ahead and move on with the show. But before we do that, man, how's everybody doing, man? How's y'all week going so far, man? How was it?
Oh man, work was working, but we here now, so let's go.
Work was working for sure. Work was working for sure. What about you, Jay?
Life was life.
Life was life, and as always, our moderator Sean Tillman in the business saying, "What's up? Hello, everyone."
What's going on, Sean? Miss Sean Tillman. What up?
For sure. So we are back another week. This is episode number 5, all right, of the Mailroom Show. And we're going to get it popping. We got a great show for you all today, so hopefully you all participating in the chat. When you come in, you're going to see a couple of poll questions. You're going to have the question of the day about how important are emotional outlets for men. And we definitely want to get your feedback on that. We're very interested in what the chat got to say today. So put on your participation hats because it's about to get live. It's about to get real. All right, so before we get the show started, we always do this. We always start with a little bit of the funny. So let's get it popping right now. Let's go. And I really don't have a funny. I really don't have a funny, man. But I do have something though. I do have something. I don't have a funny. But I have.
That was funny.
But that was good. Hey, say that was good, bro.
I just said.
I didn't see that.
I didn't want to set no false expectations, but
I did not see that cover.
But I have something, man. I just want to share with the people real quick, man. So, okay. All right, here we go.
To ever run away or splash in front of a shark. While I'm splashing, you can see this tiger shark continues to follow me. This indicates that I am prey. The better thing to do in this situation is going to be to face the shark head on, stop and make eye contact with it, and if you need to use your hand, place it firmly on top of the shark's head and continue following through.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
Okay. Okay.
That's nothing but facts, dog. That's nothing but facts.
Hey, that little boy can come to the cookout. That little
And
boy
he can go to the
go
cookout. He said, bullshit. I ain't putting the head on with nothing, cuz.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Rollo.
That was good.
It's on you, baby.
That was good. Man, it is so good to be back. I'm so happy to have both of my brothers. I'm glad all three of us are here for another episode of the MALEROOM Show, man. This has been so dope. Thank y'all for the continued support, and thank y'all for, still rocking with us. We done had some curveballs at the beginning of this season, but we appreciate y'all for holding it down with us. But we are back for episode number 5 of the MALEROOM Show. I just want to thank and appreciate every last one of y'all. Good to have my brother JB back in the building. And as always, man, our producer extraordinaire, Tay Busy. But y'all know, I'm back in the saddle, so we about to get it going.
Let's go.
We are about to get it going. And y'all know how we start the show, man. Everybody get your glasses up, get your drinks, your wine, your water, your juice, whatever you got. Because we are about to do the ceremonial toast. So, fellas, this is about to feel so good. As we
embark
on another round table that has become the MALEROOM Show. Let us never ever forget, my brothers, the foundation that is our Trinity. Salute.
Salute, brother.
Man. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I say it every single week, but I mean it every week. We have a really good show today. We have some really good topics. We're going to really, really, really dive deep in some good conversation. And as always, to the chat, please make sure y'all, let us know how you feeling about today's topics. Chime in. And as you know, the Q&As throughout the whole show. So if you got a question about the topic or anything else about the show, go ahead and put it in the chat, and then we'll go ahead and answer it on spot. Make sure you put Q&A before the question so we can know to get right to it. You feel me?
Sure.
Fellas, y'all ready?
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Topic number 1 this evening. How powerful are women's verbal responses? How powerful are women's verbal responses, man? We got a couple of clips for y'all first, y'all. Check these out.
Reckless woman is a woman that has no control over what comes out of her mouth. Because what's coming out of her mouth is really coming from her heart. And this is where a lot of women go wrong. They talk recklessly, they always complain, they always nag, because they do not know how to guard their heart. When you guard your heart, it's as if you're building a fence over your heart so that offense cannot come in, so that disappointment cannot come in, so that you will not be let down. The moment us ladies, when our feelings are hurt, or when we're offended, or when we're in a very emotional state, we talk so recklessly, and we're not conscious and cautious of the words that are coming out of our mouths because our feelings are hurt. So not only do we have to guard our heart, but we cannot live our lives based on what we feel, because your feelings can lie to you. Your feelings can cause you to believe a truth to be a lie, and a lie to be a truth. And that's what it means to be deceived.
Man. Clip number 2. Here we go.
Difficulty with women who are completely out of control.
But what is an out of control woman? What is this creature? How do we know when we met one?
Well, I'm sure that you've met women in your life that acted towards you in a bullying and detestable manner. It's very difficult for women to cope with that because they don't have any real recourse. And female bullying can be unbelievably vicious. It takes the shape of reputation destruction, innuendo, and gossip. So because people look at aggressive and antisocial behavior in women and in men. And in women, it tends to take the expression of innuendo, gossip, and reputation destruction. And in men, it tends to take the form of outright physical aggression. There's a whole literature on that. This has been known for 30 years. I mean, look, women have to express aggression somehow unless you're willing to say that they're not aggressive. They tend not to do it physically. Not to the degree men do, so they use other channels. And what other channels are there other than physical aggression if you're going to be aggressive? Well, you go after people verbally. You go after them with innuendo and gossip and reputation destruction.
Whoa. A lot to unpack there, my brothers.
Yes, it
A
is.
lot to unpack. My boy, Jabuzi.
Sir.
Welcome back. You can go first.
Well,
First you said welcome back. That's funny. You said welcome back. You can go first.
Welcome back. Go first.
Why you say welcome back though? Like he left or something. Like, all right, I'm sorry.
Damn. That was a lot to unpack out of those two videos, man.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
This question here, how powerful women's verbal responses. It's pretty damn powerful. Like, you know,
to say the least.
I mean, you know, the split tongue that a woman can have as a snake, right?
Mm-hmm.
That a woman can have is it can be detrimental to someone's soul based on what they say. You know what I'm saying? I have partaken in such lashing.
I second that motion.
And it don't feel that great at all. You know what I'm saying? And what the gentleman said was correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the emotional reaction to being hurt on a woman's side is to be, you know, with the reputation destruction, just a verbal assault. You know what I'm saying? Like, men tend to do it physically, so that's a thing. You know what I mean? Because, you know, and it could be based on you know, on the delusion and imagination too, which is double bad. You know what I'm saying? Because if the woman is just not happy with something that she posed as was a good thing in her head, even if it wasn't a good thing entirely, if she gets offended by it, if she gets abused by that, or gets hurt by that idea, her lashing out, and whoever gonna get it is typically the guy or the partner is in it for it. So yeah, this woman's verbal response, and you know, the lasciviousness in it to me is when they know that. You know what I mean? When a woman, and that's the immaturity part. When a woman does know that what she can say can affect the guy or the partner she's with, to the fact that it steals him right where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Like, some women know they have that power. You know what I'm saying? Of word. You know what I mean? They'll say something. Usually because the fact of they know the vulnerability of the partner they're with. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know the trigger. They know you know what I'm saying, what that guy has been through or what he's dealing with. And that probably is a vulnerability, but had the safe area with her to tell her and experience life with her to express that. And conditionally, if she's not pleased in whatever they're doing, the lashing out might be based on the vulnerabilities he got. You know what I'm saying? Which really pierces someone, because, you know what I'm saying, just to show some of your vulnerabilities is a real thing for someone to do. That's a real brave thing to do with somebody on a normal stance. But, you know, for a woman to attack that and know that she can attack that way just to get the rise out of the man, which, you know, some women are diabolical in that way. And that's the very immature part. And that's what becomes so dangerous, because the guy's reaction to that is off the chart. You know what I'm saying? And that is the bad part. You know what I mean? And so it can be that detrimental for a woman's verbal responses to her being uncomfortable in her state. It's
Jay, does it? How much do you think it affects a woman if the person doesn't respond in the way that they expect it to with the verbal assault or whatever the case is?
If they don't respond, they usually make it worse. You know what I'm saying? Because if we're talking the concept of that immature woman that knows she can drill, if he gets some type, you know, of I'm not going to let this bother me type state with him, that's going to make her even more upset. she'll dig even further into the vulnerability to get you where you need to be, as far as where she needs you to be, which is affected like she is. You know what I'm saying? Even though y'all don't even deal with emotions the same, she wants you affected the way you or she is. So she used wording to affect you emotionally like she's affected emotionally. And her reason of affecting being emotionally could be, like I said, delusional. It could be. It could be based on her own fairy tale in her own head about the guy. Never even talked or communicated about said person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But the fact that she's hurt, that's the image. That's what I'm saying. I'm keying in on that immaturity part. That's the immaturity of a woman to key in on that part. That when you get upset, your mouth start rolling.
Yeah.
And you don't care after that. That's usually the same type of woman that can't take an inch of assault verbally, but will dish a gallon of it. You understand? You know, those type of people. You know what I'm saying? That's what men should look out for. Those type of women.
Yeah. Y'all know I actually kind of recently went through this. And it was definitely a curveball because I didn't see it coming. I didn't know. I mean, I knew where it came from, but I didn't understand why. But what I was just thinking about was the timing of it when I got the verbal assault. It was around the time when it was a celebratory time for me and my people around me, and I got verbally assaulted, by somebody who was there for me. So I'm like, what is going on? So like, does timing play a part in it when somebody decides to come at you like that? When a woman decides to come at you like that and verbally attack you and assault you? Because to me, that's emotional. I don't even think there's much thought given into that timing. And then another thing I thought about, I don't even think I was upset about what was being said to me. I was upset about the timing and the reasoning, because leading up to that point, I didn't see it coming because everything was cool. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by the timing though? You saying you was
because I just said like I was like just my example. The time this happened to me, it was I was in a celebratory period. It was my birthday. I'm out having fun, having a good time, and then this person decided to just thrash me to somebody else, which didn't make sense, but that's what happened. So it was like and I think that bothered me more than anything, because first of all, the timing and the reasoning, like there's really no reasoning behind this, because there was really nothing leading up to this. So that to me, that played the factor too. But my response was very minimal, if any, to a certain extent. But yeah, so I think that's something that I thought about that stood out to me.
I would take the timing on a whole nother level, though. You right about that? Because, I can see what you mean by that now when you said the celebratory using your thing. I get it. But I could take timing to another degree, though. Timing as if the placement of the relationship. This is why you got to know who you date. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who you're dating. You know what I mean? Why you're dating. Make sure these are, like, founded things. Usually in our early whatevers, we did whatever. You know what I'm saying? We was just dating because he was cute, this, whatever. Fun, great. You know what I'm saying? But if you talking about serious relationships that you're exchanging vulnerabilities, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're getting that far, when you get it deep into attraction with someone to the point that you want to share your life. I'm talking about that point. I ain't talking about anything else before that. But when you want to share your life, you have to know who you're talking to. Absolutely. Because some of these people do not value that whatsoever. They value the benefit of a relationship rather than the relationship itself. And sometimes it's us men, and I'm saying this because I am the first one that did that. Sometimes it's us men, when we set out to date someone, we're dating someone to pick up where we can't. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm not domestic, then I date a chick that's domestic. If I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like if I had missing people in my family, then I'm looking for her as support. You know what I'm saying? And that type of thing, when it becomes a dessert, like like I'm linked to her. I'm clinging to her for that. Yeah. Right, I'm fulfilling that. Thank you. Yeah, because I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't be taking on relationships for those reasons. We should complete ourselves before we try to share. You can't share anything if you ain't got nothing. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have anything, you can't share anything. You know what I mean? So some of us get into relationships where we're feeling voids and want to share our life with. And then that, with men, we do that and we feel voids about how our, family members or something like to that extent might have not did us wrong or we had a tough life. And then we get with her and she like, well, I do whatever. And she's conditional, but you don't see that because of the fact that she's pacifying your vulnerabilities at the moment. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that. But the moment she becomes, like I said before, the moment she becomes unsure about the relation or becomes unhappy in her own way, she lashes out and uses your vulnerabilities as your downfall. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if we were able to study ourselves and be with ourselves enough to be sure about our vulnerabilities, being able to express them without emotionally spilling over, then those things she may say might not be no problem. But we have men out here that'll do that and then react in the way they do, and then society is on our ass because of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it goes deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is bad for the woman to do it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, think about the other end too. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you know what I'm saying? You receive that, first of all, what type of woman was you dating? For her to lash out and throw all your vulnerabilities on the floor and let her tell you, look at that. That's the person I'm with. You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of person was you dating in the first place? That's your choice. That's your choice. Who was you dating that for? For one. And then when she did that, you know what I'm saying? How did you feel about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there something about those vulnerabilities that's causing you to be that way? I look at everything in a two-sided street, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Say, I didn't mean to.
Absolutely.
Oh no, you
talk to us, busy.
Well, before I get into my soliloquy, I did a poll about this particular question. How powerful are women's verbal responses? Extremely powerful, not that powerful, makes a difference, doesn't make a difference. Those are the four choices in particular. Extremely powerful, 62%. Makes a difference, 38%. So that kind of goes with the yes, pretty much, that it is a very powerful weapon. It can be. Chantrice Hill says there has to be that level of emotional intelligence, and she has to be able to check herself before expressing what she wants to say. Facts.
Like that.
I want to deep dive into Jordan Peterson's video in particular. I'm a reverse engineer because the Jordan Peterson video is what he said. Everybody can relate to that, even women. Women can relate to other women who have been verbally nasty to them and will say something. And it doesn't matter how they say it. They can say it softly. They can say it aggressively, whatever the case may be. But it's still a form of aggression, even if it comes in a soft package. And so oftentimes, in my humble opinion and observation, I've seen where the aggression from a woman verbally can spark a man's physical aggression in the heat of a moment. Mm-hmm. And this is why women should be careful with what they say and should be careful to who they're saying it to. Mm-hmm. You don't know a person that well until you see them angry with you. And when the person get angry with you, the truth comes out. Let me pause for a second. So it's Sunday. So, happy Sunday. We're going to go to the Sunday. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Proverbs 18:21.
Yes, sir.
Your tongue is a weapon. It's a powerful weapon. And bitter and sweet can't come out the same fountain. So all of these alter egos that these women have in the celebrity in Hollywood and all this kind of stuff. Beyonce is Sasha Fierce, and she's a wife, and she's a whole bunch of people. Okay, all of that right there is garbaggio. at the end of the day. It's garbaggio. You don't know a person till you see them angry. And then when you see them angry, you see the passion, the fire. Everybody drop a fire emoji real quick if you got some passion. When you got passion, it's like a fire. It's related to or it's synonymous with fire. So you can see the fire in his eyes. He's the eye like a boxer. You can see the fire in his eyes. When he get hit somewhere, he got that second wind. That's that passion. That's that fire. That's that drive to overcome and surpass whatever obstacles in front of him. A woman's verbal response, it's a man's job to be able to contain himself when that occurs to him, towards him. And the reason why is because of what Jordan Peterson said in his video. Men tend to overall, on a natural response, tend to show aggression physically. And if you catch the right dude and a woman hit him first, it don't even matter if it's a little tap. He'll knock her out. And we done seen it plenty of times in videos, and because of social media, we have all these viral videos that goes on about it. You got to be careful. And it's not about, ladies, I want to unpack something for you real quick. When a man is in the heat of anger and you attack him or you hit him, and it doesn't matter how small you are to him, there is a trigger that happens where he's going to try to hurt. It is what it is. Men know how men can get physically. How many men on this panel have had physical aggression with another man, having to defend yourself, or got into a fight with with a guy, and you didn't even say nothing that warranted any physical aggression? But that's the response. That's the language. You see what I'm saying? So understanding, because she's mentioned emotional intelligence, which is why I wanted to talk about the aggression piece. Understanding who you're talking to and how the nature of that person you're talking to works is very, very important. And it's your responsibility to make sure that you are not shooting off at the mouth at people just because you feel a certain way. In a relationship, what a woman says can destroy a man. He ain't gonna admit it. He ain't gonna say it out loud to her. He ain't gonna do none of that. He's gonna get very oddly quiet. He just gonna start packing his stuff. He just gonna start leaving. He gonna start moving differently. He's gonna start being as expressive and happy-go-lucky with you like he once was, because you have hit him in the jugular. You have hit him where you hit him and you gave him a liver shot, and that liver shot brought him down. And he gets back up and like, you know what? You're never gonna hit me like that again with what you said. So I'm going to do something different. I don't even want to get in the ring with you. I'm out. I'm done. I'm good. Because women have a tendency to have that type of response to a man with that type of aggression. That is where the discourse come into play, and all because you were unable to receive or obtain the result that you wanted. You are willing to disregard someone else for your own sake, and that right there takes a toll. You can't do that to people all the time. At a certain point, they're gonna look at you like, "Yo, man, the way you're treating me is unacceptable." And if it's unacceptable, and they tell you that, and you still, and like Jay said, you still going off, that means that means you're intentionally and purposely trying to hurt. Now you in a different category. Now you're in a different category, and so you become the predator. You become, instead of you was once the victim, now you become the victimizer. You become the one that actually gives out the mistreatment, and you try to justify it after the fact. That's a verbal woman's response. To say whatever I want to say and then justify it in whatever I thought about, so that way I can feel good about what I said, knowing that what I said was incorrect and it was wrong. Knowing in the spirit of the moment. Exactly. It's in the spirit of what you say that causes a person to respond a certain way. You can yell it all day long, but what spirit do you have when you're telling this to me, when you're saying things to me? And I'm telling you, There are manipulative words and presentations, and it looks beautiful on the outside. Fellas, she could be beautiful on the outside and say it softly. Hey, baby, it's okay. Boom. She could do all of that, and she mean you no good. She's trying to destroy you. It's a soft answer that turns away wrath. So when she gets you down, when she all getting you softened up, and you putting your guard down, and you start being vulnerable to the wrong woman, then she can't wait. I wish he would do something. I'm waiting on him, because if he do something, I'm gonna get him where it hurts. That's why she started telling everybody how you peed in the bed last night and how you almost shattered on yourself, and you was sick, and you was sick, and you was hurt, and she was taking care of you, but on the phone and text message, she was talking about you like a dirty little dog. That pissy in the bed ass boy. He ain't really pissing in the bed all the time. I can't stand it. I wish he'd hurry up and get well. And it's 3 days. You've been sick for 4 days. She just talking about you for 4 days, dog. She running you down. She running the muck on your reputation, dog. He said reputation destruction. He said innuendo. He said gossip. All of that is in there. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take.
It's definitely a key indicator to it's definitely a key indicator to
hey, Rollo, you like that analogy? Peed in the bed?
I like that, bro. They'll go that low. They'll go that low real quick.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
All right.
My bad, Jay. What would you?
My bad, Jay.
What would you say?
No. I would say those are key indicators that the people that that type of woman you're messing with, and the type of relationship you got too. Mm-hmm. You got to know your relationship is conditional. So if you experiencing this verbal abuse like this, you got to know it's conditional.
Yeah.
That's not just tough love. That's not just her having a bad day. No, your relationship is conditional. Yeah. That means she has to feel a certain type of way for it to go the way it's supposed to go. And if it doesn't, she's gonna end up like this. You know what I'm saying? And then again, like that, like the Tay said, that's predetermined too. You know what I'm saying? Premeditated. The thoughts and the actions or the words that's gonna be coming out. You know what I'm saying? When that's gonna happen. That's the dangerous thing, man.
Dude, it's right there. They keep it right here.
Yeah. And
as soon as you mess up, whatever's right here comes right here in the front, and then it comes out of here. It's unedited. Yeah. They don't look over it. It's an unedited, raw cut version of what they've been wanting to put on you the whole time, just in case you mess up. And if a man is dating a woman like that, if he's disregarding the signs like that, yo. We gotta see where you're at mentally, my boy. Yeah, it's detrimental to you, dog. Because there is no reason for any woman to talk to a grown man like that and start talking about him peeing in the bed.
And then don't come to Jay complaining, because Jay is gonna give you his slogan saying, "But you chose him." I love it, and I love it. You chose him.
You did. You chose
and I love it. I love it though.
Like, come on.
I mean, you do.
I've been right next to Jay. He said that to somebody. It was the dopest shit.
I mean, elevators or stairs? Which one you want to take?
All this. We going through all this ish, right? All this dramatic stuff for a verbal agreement, bro.
Oh, crazy!
Verbal. That's all it is.
You got to be kidding me, dog.
Crazy.
Like, you got to be kidding me. Just for exclusivity, I gotta take soulful daggers for exclusivity.
Yeah.
The promise of it. Not even exclusive. The promise of it.
The promise of exclusivity.
You're kidding me.
And then in the midst of that piece, in that time frame, I'm supposed to be able to understand your verbal response, which is killing me emotionally, but you're satisfied on your end all because I was able to give you a pass? What? Now, if a man slap a woman in the face physically, see, we talking about aggression swaps. She's aggressive verbally, he's aggressive physically. Now, if a man shows aggression physically, the first thing we tell the woman is leave the man.
Right.
We tell the woman to leave the guy when he physically is aggressive to her. Now, when a woman is verbally aggressive to the dude, it's some men out here would tell her brother, "Hey man, you got to understand where she coming from." Oh bullshit, oh bullshit. If she gonna leave me for my physical, I'm gonna have to leave for the verbal.
Yeah.
Well, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you see where
that's
I'm
a
going
good
with
point.
this?
That's a
Abuse
good
is
You
point.
see where I'm
abuse,
going
man.
with this?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
That's a good
one
point.
has mercy, the other one has no mercy.
Right.
And so the guy, he can't have no mercy for his natural aggression. Her natural aggression is verbal, but she gets the mercy and the grace, so that way she could stay. She could, because the man has to understand where she's coming from emotionally. See, the man, that's what some people would define as emotional intelligence. That's not what emotional intelligence is. Emotional intelligence doesn't mean to be a doormat for somebody.
Yeah.
And to be a punching bag for somebody,
Passive.
whether it's physical.
That's right.
Exactly. So if a woman is verbally aggressive with a guy, and then his boy is saying, "Yo, man, but I mean, you gotta understand where she's coming from, man. She been hurt. Like, nigga, I've been hurt too. I've been hurt too. So what? So what's up? You feel me? And that's always the go-to. She's been hurt. She's been. So has everybody. The world don't owe you understanding, baby girl. You say something to a man the wrong way, and he revert, and then you attack him. It's been plenty of times we've seen it, and everybody has seen it. Men and women alike have seen these videos go viral where a woman is yelling at a guy at a subway station somewhere, and she hauls off and try to slap him. It don't go well, and then a few moments later, she gets slapped upside the face, and it's automatically the man should never hit a woman.
Never should hit a woman.
There is no reason to hit a woman. Well, I'm like Bill Burr. It's a plenty of reasons to hit a woman. You just don't do it.
You just don't do it.
Don't do it, dog. Oh, it's so again, and that's what Jordan Peterson is saying. You would have to come to the conclusion that women are not aggressive at all in order for someone to be able to take that verbal treatment. And we know that's not true. So as a result of your verbal, as a result of your verbal abuse and response that you're giving, which is and if it's aggressive, the verbal response, that right there, that man is warranted to leave your presence, so that way he will not get hurt again. Now we could talk about a woman's verbal response on the softer end. When you're feminine, when you're in your femininity and that's a powerful response too.
That is.
See, that we talking about the aggression. Now let's bring it home. The verbal response on your from your femininity, from the spirit of femininity, is a powerful thing. Don't you know, women? Don't you know that if you express the femininity to the man that you chose, don't you know that he will move heaven and earth to be who he's supposed to be? Yeah. And it starts when we're young. The mothers, our sisters. We want our sisters. We don't want our second moms. We have one mom. We have one sister or more. But if you're a sister and you have a brother, be a sister to the brother. And tell your brother that he can make it, that he's okay, that he's good. Be feminine to him. They don't have to be in a romantic way, but the characteristic of your femininity is what he needs. Because what you don't want is your little brother, younger brother, whatever the case may be, to go out into the world to find a pretentious woman and a contentious woman, and he calls you with a whole bunch of heartbreaking pain stories, and now you like, and then the you chosen response won't work. You never gave him the femininity to set him up. When Jay is saying, okay, you chose him, that's because you already dotted the I's and crossed the T's, and you still chose and rebelled against your own good judgment. That's the choice you made. But when your femininity, ladies, that is the most powerful part about you. Not your aggression, not your he got to come this way, not your entitlement, not your I'm a boss chick. He got to be on my level financially. All of that is garbaggio. Everybody say
Garbaggio.
Garbaggio. Garbaggio.
Garbaggio. Garbaggio.
Garbaggio. Grazie. Grazie, grazie.
Grazie. Very well said. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to the mailroom. Shout out to my brothers. That was a good one, fellas.
Yeah.
Sure, though.
Very well spoken, my brothers. Everybody in the chat, man, let us know. I'm interested, man. Let us know what y'all think about this topic right here. Put some thoughts in the chat. This was we kind of started off hot today, but I think that was a very important topic to discuss, and hopefully y'all got some insight on that. So please let us know what y'all just thought about that topic in the chat. Everybody, holler at your boys. All right, man, we're gonna move on to topic number two.
Sure.
Topic number two this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Why is it illegal to give grace to a man? And we got another clip for y'all. Check it out.
Women extend the same amount of grace towards men as they expect men to give to women.
Women want grace that we do not give at all. We expect people to accept our bad behavior, our attitude, all of the trauma that we've had in our past, our kids, our baby daddies. We want men to accept all of that. And as soon as you do one thing, that's it. So I do not think that men get the same grace as women. I think everybody makes excuses for us. But yeah, no, I don't. I don't think that you guys get the same grace as we do. Mm-hmm. And you should, because you deal with a lot more than we do.
Wow.
It's very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Business, get us started on this one, my guy.
Why is it illegal to give grace to a man? One thing that comes to my mind, I'm just going to keep it brief and concise, is that we have been conditioned in this society to think that men are superheroes, and it's repetitively programmed to us that a man is supposed to come and save the day, and if he turns into Clark Kent, something is wrong with him. He's not the man that he's supposed to be. So him being Clark Kent is an indictment to his manhood. Him being a vulnerable man, a man that understands who he is, a man that's comprehensive, a man that understands his emotions, expresses them, but these emotions don't rule him. That man, a good man, is not enough in this society, in this climate and temperature that we live in. So the reason why it's such a detriment or illegal or it looks funny to give grace to a man is because society said you ain't supposed to. That he's supposed to be thrown up under the jail for the same crime that a woman does. He got to get thrown under the jail too. It's all the way from the court system to society to the movies to Disney. The woman is in distress. The man comes to rescue her. He's wealthy. He's rich. He comes and save her. Ariel, the Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella. It's the same thing. And it's repeated over and over again to the point where it becomes a part of our doctrine as a culture. And what it needs to be done is it needs to be destroyed as a culture. We need to destroy that myth that men don't have we can't get the grace all because they gave us their own interpretation and image of a man instead of the true definition and image of a man and the likeness of who we're supposed to be in. And in this society, you cannot get the grace, fellas, because you're not supposed to, according to what society has preached and programmed, not just only to our women, but also to men as well. Because there are other men who will tell a man that he is not the man he's supposed to be because he don't make a certain amount of money, because he don't have a certain thing and a certain status, and that man will look down upon him as well. It's a very condescending, narcissistic society that we live in, and I'm sick of it, and I'm done.
Let's go home.
We'll see y'all next week. But no, I agree. That we will see you. Hey, bye. Everybody just get off the live because I don't know what's wrong with him today. Yep. All right, bye, Tay. All right. Let's just go. That's it.
Yeah.
Somebody drop the bomb. Drop clues bombs one time for Tay busy. But no, man, I definitely second everything he said. He pretty much summed it up. The term everyday Joe, just the average man has definitely been watered down. We can't be, we can't be average. We can't be building. We can't take time to get on our feet without us feeling like we're lacking or we're failing. And I definitely agree with Tay. I'm tired of it. But at the same time, I don't need you to give me anything. Because if I'm understanding of myself and I know that whatever grace period I may need, I'm going to take it anyway. I don't need you to give me anything and that just comes with what I just said, just kind of being understanding of why this is happening as far as you needing whatever grace period you need, whatever time you need to make yourself back whole. So I don't need you to give me anything because I'm going to take it regardless. How you feel about it, if you know, obviously, if and obviously if I care about you and you're he got that. Oh, that's a good point, Shamika.
It's facts, though.
Bruh. Take the hood off, because you
that's blood,
Grim Reaper. But yeah, I don't need you to give me anything because I'm the type of and I think I can speak for all my brothers on here. We're gonna take whatever time we need to make ourselves feel whole again, whatever that is, whatever situation we're in. We're gonna do what we have to do to get ourselves back to the state of mind, the state of being that we need to be better for ourselves, be better for our families. So, yeah. But I definitely agree with what Tay said. The societal norms today have definitely watered down anything that's close to average. You can't be average no more. You can't be at a point where you're the working man and you're grinding, but you don't make X amount of money, but you're grinding every day.
I mean, encouraging a good man that works every day, works an honest living every day, encouraging him to be steadfast in the man that he is almost an abomination now. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I like it's like everybody's not going to be wealthy and rich. Today is Sunday, right?
Yes, it is.
The book says, "The poor shall be with you always." There's going to always be some lag somewhere, but just because a man doesn't have a certain thing doesn't mean he's not a man. He works an honest living, and that's what he does. And you don't know what he's working towards.
Yeah.
So to categorize his mentality to be a certain way, and you don't even know the whole story, is asinine to me. And he can't get the grace. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the part right there that is detrimental. Is that the encouraging of one to another when it comes from men to women, women to men, it's like the movie The Dark Tower. I won't get into it, but the movie's a good movie. Y'all need to go watch it. But The Dark Tower, where it's a defense against all the wickedness that's trying to come in, and sometimes the grace is all he needs just to get over the hump a little bit. He just need a little more time. And because he works at the job that he works or the career that he's in, because he's in that, now he can't get grace. He's not man enough. What do you mean he's not man enough? Good man is not enough. Really? It's almost it's becoming it's starting to crescendo into our society. And it's going to get very loud and boisterous in a minute, and it's going to be out of control stuff. It's already starting. So it's important for us as men and women, as a society, as a culture. It's important for us to be there for one another. Like if you even flip it to ladies, sis, don't you like a sister girl in your life to be like, sis, come on, girl, let's go to brunch. That's what they do all the time. They go to brunch. They got Friendsgiving coming up. They got they got pajama party. They do whatever it takes to make themselves feel good. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, can you bring some of that for us, and that grace that we might need just so we can get through, so we can get to the next place that we're trying to accomplish. But we can't get that grace because we're supposed to always be Superman. Blue leggings, you know what I'm saying? Red boots, cape, the S on the chest, all the time. Then we
talking about new Superman, right? Not old Superman. Not old Superman. New. It look more like armor now, but you talking about
armored up Superman.
Okay.
And then when Superman comes across that kryptonite, then the women look at Superman like, oh my God, there's a weakness there. Yes, everyone has a weakness, even the man of steel himself. So we program ourselves to be against each other so much because society also, I'm not saying it's their fault totally because community makes society. I'm not saying it's the fault totally just on society, but also we adapt and adopt this stuff, man. And it's to our detriment. My bad, Jay.
Nah, man. Second all of it. I ain't really got nothing much. I just want to piggyback on what you said, man. The normality of society has been removed. It's been discarded. It's there's no normal. You know what I'm saying? If normal is normal, then it is abnormal. You know, it's something totally different. You know what I'm saying? If it was something that was foundational, it's something that's ancient or extinct or old school or whatever they want to do. But a normal guy is removed. He's discarded. We live in an extreme society, I believe, and so normality is in the distant past. You know what I mean? So everything has to be shown in an extreme way. You know what I'm saying? A guy has to make $100,000 to be seen. You know what I'm saying? It's just there. That's just where it is. And, women have their thing on their end. You know what I'm saying? And what it does, it trickles down to the camaraderie of men and women, like Tay was explaining, to the fact that you don't give pardon to any guy that's just decent. You don't give pardon to that. Like, it's these high qualifications and that's it. It's not the fact that he's a certain type of person, that he fulfills all the intangible parts that you might need in a man. It's not that. It's just whatever's on the high Billboard chart top 5. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not that, then it's nothing. So anybody that's in that bracket just loses out, you know what I'm saying, on any potential of camaraderie because everybody is jacked in, fueled to the fact that you need this extreme, and you don't. You need what fits. So, why is it illegal to give grace? It's just been indicted. Like, it's just been indebted on us. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's from society. It just is what it is. What's wrong with like Tay said, what's wrong with the guy that makes her earn a good living, decent person, ain't killed nobody? You know what I'm saying?
Good man.
Pays his taxes, goes to work every day. What's wrong with this guy? Like, what's wrong with him?
Just a good old fashioned dude. Can't get no grace.
You have certain women that's like, well, he don't make that much. Well, you deserve to be lonely. Because, that's just what that is.
Let me ask you a question, Jay. Let me ask you a question real quick. You're a good man. I know. I've been knowing you for 20 plus years. You're a good man. I stand on that. I guarantee it. I stand on that. Okay. You can call it blue magic. You can call it red magic. You can put a chokehold on it. Brand name.
Nice reference, my boy.
Brand name.
It's a brand name.
Coca-Cola, that's a brand name, right? No. I stand by it. I guarantee it, right? No. So, have you ever noticed, Jay, just let me know if we experienced the same thing before. And Rollo, jump on in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've been knowing you for over a decade. So you good men here. All right. So I ain't want to leave you out there. It's good men. You know what I'm saying?
All good, brother.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed that you do one thing wrong, it is hell on earth? Has it ever felt like that in y'all experience as being men?
Yes.
Was being a man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely so.
And it's happened multiple times. But I think it's our mindset because all of us, I think all three of us hate failing. All three of us hate failing. So I think it's obviously it started up here, but it's happened multiple times. But I say this a lot. It's about how we respond to it, and how I responded to that when it happened. It happened a few times in my early 20s, and then in my early 30s. And I gotta admit, a few times that it happened, I broke down because mentally I'm like I'm losing and I hate this. You know what I'm saying? So.
Feel you. Yeah, I've felt the eggshells.
You said what?
I felt the eggshells.
You under your feet?
I definitely feel
went through the skin, didn't it?
I'm so projected to be a high projectile in the draft that if I do something wrong, it's automatically a stain on my credit card or something. Like it's just one thing. I've had that happen with friends and family. I've had that happen even in the dating scene. You know what I'm saying? And dating before that, you know what I'm saying? I just lose out in this projection of what people think of me. It's sad. Like I can't be human.
Right.
I can't have a mistake. I can't be blemished. Like all of us are. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Like it's you know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
It's wild the projection of what what I have to be. Because you remember the original race was to get women. And that's the reason why we was getting the things we was getting anyway as men. Dog, come on, dog. I was trying to drive a certain type of car because I wanted to attract women. Let's just,
thank you, Elise.
Let's just stop this bullshit.
We appreciate you, Elise.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely so.
Dear Mailroom, I'm sorry you don't receive the grace you deserve. Please know that you are appreciated and loved. We need you, we respect you, we support you, and we love you. That's what's up. That's love. We appreciate you right there, Elise. We gotta show love on that one real quick, fellas.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Elise. But yeah, I have I've definitely experienced that. Like I said, even in the dating scheme, and it's like I can't be anybody that's blemished like anybody else.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's just wild.
Because we're all. I'm sorry.
I was just explaining. I was pushing to be a certain type of person for the attraction of women. That's usually what it was anyway. In your mid-20s, that's what you were doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just what it is. You're trying to find the chicks to like you and want you, so you just wanted to be a certain type of thing. You know what I'm saying? To chase it. But if I've lived a life, you know what I'm saying, after that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in my 40s now, so I've lived a life now. And so now to see this extreme projection of what men should be now, it's like, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like whatever. It's crazy. Whatever progression we have made is now all of a sudden not enough or has diminished. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for what? For what?
Fellas,
that's crazy to me.
I was looking up a study today from blackdemographics.com, which is a derivative of the U.S. Census Bureau made by Akeem Deshay. And it's literally a derivative from the actual facts of 2021, stating that from 2018 to 2021, black men in particular have got more degrees at a rate of 38%, opposed to previously where it was like only a rate of like 13 before 2018. So men have started to, in recent history, in recent years, are starting to understand the value that they need to create personally. But and most men, we are conditioned to start that progression in our pockets. Get more money, get our status up, create our value that way. There is another value system that we need to have that is intangible, that we need to be aware of and excel in those aspects, which is to be the comprehensive men that we should be. Okay, and so we talked about the comprehensive man, and so y'all watch that show in the chat. But
I love
intangibility. It was a great show. So the thing is that I understand those eggshells. Acting, if a good man happens to act or do something out of his normal character, it's an automatic change of judgment about him. What that woman said in that video was true, man. What she said was true, and she's speaking from, and the way she sounded to me, and I'm just discerning, the way she sounded to me is she used to be that chick.
She used to be that chick. Yeah.
She used to be that one to accept me for me, blah, 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 whatever. But then she realized, like,
I life, man.
Yeah. You can tell she's speaking from an experience and not just to incite men because she was in a room full of men. She wasn't trying to be like, pampered to the guy. She like, yo, women do, like, I'm telling you. So it may be some women. It's some women out there. Look, they got different baby daddies and kids, all this kind of stuff. Whatever the case may be, right? Sometimes it be those women who be talking the most cash. Like he got to come with this, the 6-figure, the boom, boom, boom. You got 3 folk kids by 2 different dudes, blah blah blah, whatever. And you like, and you try to and go on a campaign trying to preach the value that she got. And when you hear her talk, it's like, yo, it's so shallow, dog. And what's happening now in society is other women are starting to see how those women are, and they like, yo, this is crazy. They're starting to speak up now. Even those women are starting to speak up now. You know, they starting to see it as well. Like if they had a son, what kind of mate would they want their son to have?
You know what's actually starting to happen? You starting to see that flack like we as guys done with for so long. Because these airhead ass people that we putting up against, these other dudes, these other cats, these ninjas that we get put up against, that we have to defend ourselves from. Now they starting to feel that. Some of these women out here are drawing the etiquette of y'all way down. And so now you starting to say something about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and they start to feel the flack of all women ain't like this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like, I'm
men
starting
had
to see
say
that a
for years.
lot.
That's a great point.
We've been saying this for years. You know what I'm saying?
Decades. Like, all men ain't like this or whatever. And now it's the women turn to defend. It's like, yo, now y'all say, but that's not all women. Oh, we see it in the chat all the time, people. Let's be clear.
No, that's not all women.
That's not all of us. Oh, we know it's not all. But guess what?
Yeah.
This is the campaign. You better talk to your sisters. We got to talk to the brothers. This is a brotherhood that we have right here.
The campaign is entitlement. The campaign is spoiled this. The campaign is getting everything you want out of the guy, regardless of the guy. That's the campaign.
That's what's happening.
What we see from a normal perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's the same thing we've been dealing with. It's so funny.
We need that phoenix to rise out the ashes. The laws of femininity. Let's go, ladies. Let's go.
The only way to reconcile any of this is to reconcile yourself and then be humble to the next person that's doing the same.
Go from macro to micro. That's it, bro. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do is check yourself at the door. Once you get yourself in line, then you can see other selves that's doing the same thing. And you be humble to that point. Like, okay, you're just as off as I am. So I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna be more permissive to you because you are to me. And that's how camaraderie happens.
Facts.
But yet, you know what I'm saying? But yet in this society, we still asking for this and stats and all this other type of stuff. And we're just because you so damn damaged and I'm so damn damaged, I ain't looking at you, you ain't looking at me. We're repelling each other. But yet we asking for so much. And yet we need all of it.
All of it. We need each other. This society wants to. The society, for some reason, wants men and women to be divided, and a lot of people say, "Well, I'm tired of these podcasts talking about men and women and relationships because it's dividing us." No, what we're doing is trying to bridge this gap, but we have to state certain facts in order to start taking these steps. That's all it is.
Problem. Yep,
that's all it is. It's no man bashing. It's no woman bashing. It's just talking about issues that. The reason why there's so many podcasts about relationships now because people been holding all this shit in forever, and now
that's what's up.
That's
You're
so
right.
true.
And now, now that podcasts are what is what it is. Now podcasts are platforms for people to express these opinions and try to bring some basis to all this other shit going on in today's society.
It's a spiritual time.
It's not always separating, but sometimes we got to state certain facts so we can start taking certain steps to bridge this gap. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to the mailroom. Shout out to the chat. Man, I haven't said this in a minute, but I'm so ready. Y'all know what time it is, fellas?
What time is it, dog?
It is time for the pick the topic of the week. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I ain't said that shit in a month. Let's go.
All right, dog. Let's go, dog.
Let's go.
Shout out to Rob.
I appreciate y'all. All right, y'all seen it, man. Y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all seen the promos. Feature topic of the week: how important are emotional outlets for men? I'm gonna go ahead and start this one off real quick. I'm gonna be very short, but my brothers, and particularly my brothers on this panel, and a lot of people that know me, and this is something that honestly bothers my brothers on this panel a little bit about how me personally with them, I don't always express what I'm going through, and sometimes things will happen to me, and they didn't even know. They didn't even know, and then I'll just.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Y'all go ahead, get it out. Go ahead.
No, we straight.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so and by the time the situation has passed, we might just be in a random conversation, and I let them know I went through something. They're like, "What?" You know, they just and they encourage me, like, "Bro, you can talk to me, you can tell me." And me personally, my mind was conditioned just through how my life has been through up and downs. I just conditioned myself to handle a lot of things on my own. But one thing that I do know, every time I felt comfortable enough to come to my brothers about something, rather I really wanted to express it, but I can't say I always wanted to express it, but whenever I felt comfortable to come to them, I felt that I needed to express it, and it definitely made my mind start going back towards, kind of going back towards up here and getting my mind back right after I went through something. And it's okay, fellas, to do that. That's why I feel it's so important, because and it might be other men out here like me who've conditioned themselves to go through things on their own within themselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just going through things personally for me has helped me get over a lot. But like my boys, and it almost made me feel bad when they would tell me that, like, Rob, I didn't know that. Like, Rob, you don't. And I never intend to leave them out of things that are important that are going on with me. But I program myself to go through things alone. But I think it's very important, because once you start doing that, you'll realize how much of a shift immediately your mind takes to getting over it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it's going to happen quicker, not saying it's going to happen slower, but for me personally, especially when I talk to these boys, my mind immediately starts moving towards the healing stage. So it's very important to have those outlets. I think, especially, and if y'all been watching us for 3 seasons, we talk about societal norms, lack thereof today. But it's not talked about enough how important this is for men and how much we need it today. So it's very important.
Yeah.
Definitely agree with it, brother.
Yeah, this topic is pretty heavy. I think we all on this panel experienced this in some type of way. So it was more than due to just bring up a topic like this. I got a question though for Rob, though, since you beautifully explained the friction that we had between trying to get you to explain your feelings to us, and I commend you on saying that on the show. However, let me ask you a question, because you said something. You said once I got comfortable in explaining, when I wanted to explain my situation. Why was that part so valid? Why you had to wait so long to get comfortable, or was that trek hard to be comfortable to say something to us?
Yeah, because I hate losing, and I hate coming to my brothers looking like I'm defeated.
Okay.
I hate how it feels. I hate how it looks on myself personally. And all three of us, we've had some very real conversations. And I think a lot of times when I would go through stuff and we would all link up, that was my time to release, and I didn't want to talk about it. But certain times it got to a point where I felt like I need to let my brothers know. Like they need to know, so they don't wonder or worry. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times when all three of us would kick it, that was my outlet. I didn't want to talk about it. But it wasn't until I saw it started affecting y'all, and it's almost like y'all wasn't knowing me anymore. Y'all couldn't figure me out. Like what is going on with Rob? Like, who is Rob? I didn't want that. And once I figured out that was happening amongst you all, and like y'all didn't know certain things about me. I'm like, these are my brothers. Like, why am I doing this?
Man, I know your big head ass, nigga. No, your big head that all
No, but so when I realized that it affected you guys and no one was and y'all wanted to know what was going on with me, that just put me in a mindset to change my view on it, on how I approached it. And once I started changing my view on it, it got me more comfortable.
Yeah, plus you was always listening to our shit, man. What's going on with you? Why you always on my stuff? What's up with you? You say what you got going on. You asking me, what happened with that last truck? What's up with you?
I agree.
Asking me about
my
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yep, I agree. And that was another thing too, because these boys, yeah, these boys always let me know what's going on with them. So I definitely agree with that.
That's for sure. It's so crucial, man, to have an outlet emotionally, man. For men to have an outlet of their emotions. What our society is based on right now, you know what I'm saying? Just from the male side, if y'all really notice, kind of got off of women a little bit. We started talking about us a lot on this show. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the Mailroom Show, only on the Mailroom Network. So we're gonna sit and talk about us. You know what I'm saying? And it's important, mainly, and what I'm just, sidetracking real quick. I like this question because it really gives education to women. Y'all don't really know. You never asked a man about his emotional outlet, is about how he feels, about what's going on, like how he works, how he moves. Like, I never in my life of dating and, you know what I'm saying, talking to women, they never asked me what makes me tick. As far as a man's concerned, it's usually what I've done, what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, how I'm doing, what am I, it wasn't the fact that, men are like this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really get that many questions like that. And a lot of women don't ask those questions. They assume they know a lot about men. And y'all don't. Because you never asked us. Might have had nobody to talk to about the scenario. If you really be honest about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to have a man to talk to know about men. Just like we had to have talk to women to know about women. That's the only way I can know something about a woman. You know what I mean? I got to talk to a woman. A woman, too, right? Somebody in that class, right? Everybody can't profess to manhood. Everybody can't profess to womanhood. So anyway, I digress. That's why I think this is so educational. So that's just one. For two, the emotional outlet for men is very crucial to his well-being and his sanity. It is crucial. I think men themselves don't understand how crucial it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you take a scenario about a common black guy, right? That just common black dude. Unfortunately, common black dude is probably, you know what I'm saying, and grew up in some type of facet. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe a broken home, maybe just a mother, father, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let's just take the mother thing. You know what I'm saying? Father necessarily wasn't there, that type of thing. Mother, right? And all his life, he's been, instructed by his mother. Shout out to her. But it was mostly the fact of he was trying to find himself on the male side. Most of his life. He's been trying to work that out because he never had any guidance, direct guidance from anybody else on that nature. And that's what the fathers are for. But if that person ain't there, then he's just trying to figure out on his own. Or cling to people of like mind, not necessarily one that was already set up for it. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a real man to come and prodigize a man, though. Like a young boy coming up, it takes a real man to do that. And it's not that many times that happen, right? So, let's say that guy don't get into that protege scheme. He's just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And he was instructed by his mother, whatever. And so what he does, he gets into a relationship with a woman. The relationship with her, while he's trying to figure out manhood, he gets into a relationship with a woman, and she understands where he come from and how he is, and probably finesses his vulnerabilities and the hole that he has. You know what I'm saying? Finesses is what I mean. Kind of just coddle it over. Don't fix it, because the only thing he can fix it, but she just kind of coddle it over, right? Just kind of soothe the situation out. And he gets attached to it. You know what I'm saying? He gets attached to that, probably grows feelings for the woman because of the fact he can do that, because she's becoming his outlet. You know what I'm saying? From an emotional standpoint, from a verbal standpoint, however the case may be. Now, watch this. Say, for instance, that woman, like in our last question, was conditional. Let's say she just wanted what she wanted. Maybe she was dating him because he looked good and he can throw it down at night. Whatever. Like, maybe she was just looking for a guy to take care of her. And she knew that he was that type of person that he had them tendencies to take care of her because he had a mother, right? He took care of his mom, so she probably seen the attributes of him and cleaned on along. But she's not all the way there either. He don't know that. He just let her become the vulnerable part of him. Something goes wrong in a relationship. No matter what it be. It could be minor, it could be major. But something goes wrong in a relationship to the point that she faults him. She faults him, and then she turns around and does what we talked about earlier and breaks him down verbally. Let's think about this. You know what I'm saying? Breaks him down verbally, right? To the point that he's emotional about it. Now, she was the emotional outlet. He didn't have no other one. So how do you think he rides on his emotions at this point? All that he can do at this point is lash out. You know what I'm saying? He's going to lash out in some way that he wasn't taught and how he was, because he don't have nowhere to put this agony, this pain, this suffer, all this stuff that he was going through, all this, like he don't have nowhere to put it. He had nobody to talk to. And the one woman that he thought he would talk to, he probably chose her wrong anyway. But the one woman he thought he had to talk to, because like what Tay said earlier, like he didn't know how to teach her, how to pick her anyway, right? He didn't know how to pick her anyway, so he just picked her. Maybe she was wrong for the scenario. And all of a sudden, he don't have nowhere to unleash his emotions. So he probably unleashes his emotions in the wrong way. On her, on another guy he see in the street. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And this is how you get to society that we live in. We got a whole bunch of guys running around with no emotional outlet. And the one minor thing they do to each other lasts off an entirety lifetime of grief and ambition that they wanted to do ever since. And it's sad to see. You know what I'm saying? Because all it was, it's like all they needed was somebody to be like, dog, you okay? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's wild. What's going on with you? Like, let it out. Yeah. It's the reason why I asked you that question, right? That's the reason why I asked you that question. Because it was a moment in your life that you didn't know where to do this at. You know what I'm saying? And we all been there for a small facet of our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like I growing up, I had both of my parents. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you know, and I see the difference. You know what I'm saying? I seen the difference in having long-term friends like I have on this panel. I see the difference between what that support system did for me versus what it can do or won't do with somebody else if they wasn't in that scenario. But we have a lot of men running around here that can't get it out. That has gone through a lot of stuff and can't get it out. So that's why they choose that. And Tay did a wonderful, you know, point of making that men stay in therapy longer than women. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's just you know, if we get to that point, if we finally break down and be like, look, I need help and seek it out, which I hope that happens. Most of the time it doesn't, but you know, you hope that it happens. Which it does. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll be better off. At least we'll have some type of outlet, at least for a moment. Yeah. To be like, I got it off my chest. Now I can think about it. I got it off of me. That's the thing. I got to get it off of me. I don't have nowhere to drop these emotions at. When we drop it on women, we drop it on the wrong women. We do it all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know where to outline this at. And then we end up killing each other because of it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's wild. So it's you know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why, and I don't know, Tay, if you want to agree or not, but that's the reason I harped on, you know what I'm saying, my brother on this panel, Rob, about that when he was talking about that. That's what he was saying. We was trying to figure out what was going on. Because we know, we have seen the benefit of the outlet. Because you can let it go just for a minute, just vent it out. You can see it and feel it off of you, and then make better decisions. If that's all embraced in you, man, you know what I'm saying? You'll start making decisions that you don't necessarily should make. You know what I'm saying? Because you thinking you have to do all of it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to do all. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? And once you get that outlet, use it. That's just admonition for the guys that's out there. Like, use that outlet, because it doesn't come like that. You know what I'm saying? We live and then we live in a society that you should become pre-programmed for some odd ass reason. Like, none of us got problems. You know what I'm saying?
Drago.
You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be great, like off the rip. Like, women want us to be great, society want us to be unflawed, and all this type of stuff. Yeah. But everything about us is flawed around us. It's crazy.
Did y'all think that I didn't recognize y'all as an emotional outlet, or did y'all just figure I didn't want to use you guys as an emotional outlet?
No, me personally, and I don't really speak for myself on this one, I guess. I don't know, Jay, if you want to agree, but me personally, I knew where you were scared. Pride. It was fear. And I knew it. This is why I'm glad we're talking about this, because Grace, we just talked about Grace. Like, this is the reason why there was no rush with you, Rob, personally, directly to you to be like, well, if you don't, there was no ultimatum. Like, well, if you don't tell me what's wrong with you, then we ain't boy. See, we didn't do that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I know where it's coming. Me and you are more alike, Rollo. We the two brothers on the panel that had issues with the father growing up thing. My biological father wasn't there at all. At all. I have never had a sit down, chew the fat conversation with my biological father. You see what I'm saying? So my mother, the way she raised me, she didn't coddle me like that. She like, boy, you better go into church and find you some men that got the fear of the Lord in them. Dude, seriously, you know what I'm saying? And that over time, Grace, it would happen until I met the right person, which is Pop, which y'all know I've been rocking with Pop for over 20 plus.
Yep.
So I didn't think that, like, oh, well, he don't see us as an outlet, or he don't see me as a boy. No, I didn't think that. I'm thinking like, okay, my first question is, why? What is he afraid of, and why? What is what is it? You know what I'm saying? What's the source of it? And then in my mind, I can picture it because we have similarities in upbringing. Jay is different. He had both his parents, he had him growing up. Elementary, he know what it's like to get picked up from his dad from school. He know what it's like to talk to his dad and chill. He know what that is. You see what I'm saying? So he has a more structural mindset. We're more free spirited dudes. You know what I'm saying? But there's a certain structure difference between us, but there's still similarity in the emotional aspects of us. So his emotional aspect has a balance, and then that's a great asset to a friend like me and a friend like you. And then I was able to meet Pop and my old pastor, Bishop David L. Ellis, who gone and rest his soul. And I was able to get some structure from a good place, a good source. So that way I can have a balanced point of view and knowing when to kick in my spiritual revelatory sense, and knowing when to kick in my humanity, and knowing when to kick in my emotion, and then having my own experiences on top of that. So now I got my own embarrassing experiences. Y'all know about my embarrassing experience I went through in 2017, 18.
Yeah.
And man, you talking about embarrassing. God dang! I don't want to spill all the tea. It's a little bit It's Lipton though, and it's very, very sweet.
It's Lipton.
It's Lipton.
We got After Dark coming up. Don't worry.
We got After Dark coming up for sure. But that's the thing. So I didn't take it necessarily personally. However, it did. I was very, very inquisitive about why. And then when we had that, remember that conversation we had, fellas, when I came in town one time and it was raining and we was out all three of us, and I'm just gonna be real, all three of us was crying.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah,
we had a real brotherhood moment in the parking lot after the club when we was good.
Yeah.
You know, we had a lot of joy, but
a lot of going on.
But the thing about it is, that right there to me, and I'm talking about for us, that right there to me was our breakthrough as men who are brothers, opposed to when we were younger. We knew each other when we was younger, and you know we fresh in the thing, we doing this, but as men, we talking about as structured, balanced-minded men. For us to have a moment like that,
because we never had that. That was the first time ever having a moment like that.
That was the first time that ever happened, and so what it is that all three of us was able to understand each other's vulnerability, and I think this is me. I think that moment helped. It gave you a good push, Rollo.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, I can't do this, and it wasn't like you was like. Extra read out of Bible is what I'm going through. It wasn't like you started off right after that. You know what I'm saying? But what you did do is you gradually let us in to the point where whatever makes you comfortable. But now the test would be for you as a man. The test would be, okay, what is it? How can I come to the brothers when I am in the heat of the vulnerability and I need it right in this instance? And recently, that happened.
Yeah.
Like, you see what I'm saying? And it's still happening, you know, because you were able to let us know how you were feeling. And the grace comes in for us as your brothers to give you the time you need to process your emotion and your thoughts about what has recently gone on. And to give you the time.
The understanding of it whole, dog. Yeah.
You said what, Jay?
Yeah, I agree. And just the understanding of it entirely. Like, exactly. I get you.
Mm-hmm.
That's grace in itself, too. Like,
exactly.
I understand.
Exactly.
You know
and so I think that...
yeah.
My bad, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just think that when it comes to us as men, we have leaned towards other things to give us an outlet that we don't always take. We didn't always, I would say, take the time to do the internal or introspective work. This is the reason why when we was younger and having aggression or something, I was younger and I liked boxing. So I was like neighborhood boxing kid, whatever. I did that a couple times, and then basketball, and then football, and then like those outlets are tangible outlets. Things, sports, combat sports, especially. A lot of those guys had a lot of anger issues. Look at Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
When Customados found Mike, he was a thug basically. He took that thug, made him the heavyweight champion of the world. He was able to prune that, but. That's the thing where the actual influence that Mike got from Cuss when he died, you see what happened. His environment became the real source of the power instead of him having the power within himself. He fell for certain things. And now as an older man, I love to hear Mike Tyson talk.
Yeah.
His podcast, High Boxing, dude, he be spitting.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
Crazy work.
I've seen it. Yeah. It's crazy.
Dog. And it's like, yo. And he lived a life. He lived an up and downfall life, dog. And you listen to a man with wisdom. That's the prosperity right there. He said, man, he's like, man, if you think $10 million, $100 million of money, you ain't never had no money before. He done had way more money than that. He's like, man, he said, I'm good that I don't have no money, man. I got peace. His peace is more valuable. So this is how your value system changes. Your hierarchy of value changes through experience. And men, what are we experiencing? We experiencing heartbreak for what? Change our value system, to reposition some things so that way we can become the men we supposed to be. And get our families back and get our kids back and get our community back. One man at a time can do this. The microscopic work needs to be done. We need a surgeon. We don't need a person to come in and start blowing everything around. No, we don't need no demolition man. We need a surgeon.
Gentrifying the whole place.
Yeah, exactly. We need somebody that knows how to use their hands to open it up so we can see what the problem is. And that's the issue. We don't want to give men time to become who they need to be. We want to rush them because we're so selfish. This society is so selfish. And then it's hard for a man to present himself the right way because he's getting pulled everywhere.
Yeah, it's hard for us to realize it's okay that we're not where everyone else wants us to be.
Right.
It's okay to it's okay to not meet everyone's expectations up front.
We got to give ourselves the grace.
We got to give ourselves that time. But you know what I'm saying? And recognizing when there are people that you can go to in that grace period. You know what I mean? Now, Jay made a good point about the men who don't have that, and then it turns out detrimental to themselves, other people, everything like that. But I was going to ask Jay, do you think that they may have had somebody but chose not to? See, you got to choose to. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't, if it's somebody that you may even think you can go to, you know what I'm saying? You have to ultimately make that choice before you have the repercussions that Jay was talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Just logically,
so
I
it's like you have to choose it. You know what I'm saying? Now I know y'all wasn't worried about me going off the rails and getting violent, but like Tay said, he knew that I was going to have to make the choice to come to y'all because I knew y'all were there. I think some men may know. It could be the same position I'm in. You know somebody's here, but you programmed yourself and you got so much of a buildup of all your emotions, all your anger that you just can't at a certain point. At a certain point, I felt that I couldn't because I got all of this in. You know what I mean? So since all of this in, it got in here, I have to get it out just with me because it's all on me. You know what I mean? So, but I recognize that I had people. I recognize what I should do. And I think some of the men who may go out here and lash out in different ways also maybe don't recognize who's there because there's so much on us today. You know what I'm saying?
And we feel that do that too.
And we feel that we have to do this on our own because how today is. You know, I mean, all three of us not about to sit up here and act like we don't feel the pressure of today's society. But what we're choosing not to do is let it affect us in a way that we get knocked off our square and fall into this. Oh, I need you to give me this so I can do this for myself. No, again, I don't need you to give me anything. I'm going to take what I need to get where I need to be. You know what I mean? And part of that was, and all of this is a part of my journey personally. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be expressive. Like Tay said, I just went through something recently. They were probably the first two people I called. Outside of my immediate family. So you just got to recognize it, man. Just got to recognize it. Shout out to the brothers, man.
True.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna
go ahead, Jay.
Oh, my bad, Jay. Go ahead. I just wanted to showcase these chats real quick. I wanted to read them out.
The chat is going crazy.
Yeah, Chantrice Hill said it's extremely important for men to have an emotional outlet. As you talked about, a woman's verbal response, it can either create a safe space or cause him to shut down. So true at JB. We have to ask and check in more often on men. You all do a lot and aren't recognized enough for what you do and what you go through. Elise Springer says, no, not me. I'm an outlet for a lot of men. Never sexual. I'm always asking men questions about their well-being and thoughts. And says, thank you guys for being vulnerable. And we hear you, JB, from Sean Tillman, our moderator. I wanted to read those chats real quick. And I wanted to, it's so funny, this part right here about men doing a lot. And I was thinking about guys who do the electricity on the poles and the police and firemen and all that. being in municipal tech, you get to see what the majority of the staff are in the city, and it's a lot of men. It's a lot of men as officers, a lot of men as firefighters, a lot of men that are going up that pole and making sure that the voltage is correct for the city power. Is a lot of men at the wastewater plant doing their thing, man, and they're getting bugs and insects crawled all over them. I mean, it's so much that men do on a physical basis because we cultivate the earth, we cultivate the ground. We make sure that it's okay. We do the landscaping. We do all the things that we need to do in order to keep this world moving forward. And to have someone say, that, okay, we don't get recognized enough, that's a fact, because we take it for granted. We think that, okay, it's all good. A man that's a plumber, a lot of people that are plumbers are men. I mean, these are predominantly men positions that we take the hard jobs because we understand that first of all, it has to be done. We got the strength to do it. We were built to do it. But at the same time, there has to be a balance of appreciation on both ends. And for Elise Springer to say in her chat about asking men about their well-being, you know what I'm saying? What is the well-being? How are you? Is there anything I can do for you today? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to always be a clerk or a receptionist to ask those questions. How may I help you today? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's another thing that's important. So I wanted to just shout out
the powerful femininity you were talking about too, man.
Yeah, man.
If that was given on that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll reset us completely. Like, seriously, it really would.
That was important to highlight, Busy. That was a real good point. Yeah, just to ask us, are we okay? What's going on?
Yeah.
And
it's just powerful.
And so that carries a lot of weight. That carries a lot of weight. That
Absolutely.
carries a whole lot of weight. So yeah, man. So that was a deep one, fellas. I'm glad we did that though. Shout out to the girls.
Cool.
Yeah, it gets real in here. Look, we definitely appreciate y'all today. I know today was a little heavy, but this is how we go sometime on the Mailroom Network, man. We appreciate everybody in the chat. We appreciate everybody that's viewing the live show right now. Again, if you got a Q&A question, go ahead. You got a couple more minutes. If you got a Q&A question before we head up out of here. But we definitely appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit us up on all our platforms. Obviously, hit us up on subscribe to our channel, the Mailroom Network. Make sure you hit us up on IG at the Mailroom Network. It's no longer the Mailroom View. It's at the Mailroom Network. Everything is the Mailroom Network now. So we on Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Fellas, what you got for the people?
Go ahead, Jim.
For me, man, hey, we can't fix anything. We don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's I think that's gonna be my thing now, man. Yeah. Like, hey, we can't fix it. We can't identify it. So that's why we go hard. That's what we do that for. And we want to just have a better bond between our men and women and our family and friends. So, we gotta identify what it is. So let's fix it.
Yeah.
So,
what you got, man? Busy?
Just want to say, man, that again, as always, I love everybody. I love everyone in the chat. I appreciate the chat for sure, for being participants of the show. I definitely want to thank our moderators for always bringing us up in the chat, making sure that people like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I love you guys on this panel, man. I love you my brothers.
Love you too, bro.
And I love you all to life, man, for sure. And I want to also express this one thing, that the Mailroom Network, we have Mailroom After Dark coming up soon, and I just want to gather who wants to be on the panel. If you want to be on the panel on Mailroom After Dark, please email us this year, okay? Email us at, and if I can get it, there it is, boom. Email us at themailroom313@yahoo.com if you want to be a part of the panel. We already have what we're going to talk about already. We just got to format it, do the whole nine. But we definitely we'll be coming up with some announcements and promoting it soon. It's getting towards the half of the season, so normally this is when the Mailroom After Dark show is showcased, and we want you to be a part of the panel, man. And if you want to, go ahead and email us. All right, we're getting a lot of love today, fellas, with the show, man. We definitely appreciate
y'all.
Man.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I showcase that and make sure that you all know that, man. But again, I love everybody, man. And it's back to you, Rollo.
Yeah. Again, yes. Like just to kind of put an exclamation on what Tay said. Again, if you want to be on the After Dark panel, you have to email us. Meaning, if you just come to the After Dark show and you just and we are not just having a link up so you can click on it. If you do not send us an email for the panel, that means you do not want to be on the panel. So please email us and let us know you will be on the panel so we can know who's coming in and we can bring you in and we can turn up like we always do. But thank y'all again so much. Great episode. Thank you to all our viewers. We love and appreciate y'all. I'm your boy Rollo. That is Tay Busy. That is Ja Boozy. Mailroom Show. We out. See y'all next week.
Peace.